So in this video, I'm just going to show a different approach to labeling where information might be more static, but you do still want to generate it off of different fields in that. And so I'm going to use the highways data set as an example. So I'm just going to right click and open the attribute table. I'm going to add a field first. I'm going to call it demo, and we're going to make it text. And 255 sounds fine for now, and we'll save it. I'm then going to close this tab and go back. Should be tacked onto the end, and it's there. So I'm going to, I can calculate, or I can right click and calculate the field. So this is more of a permanent change in that. So I will bring this out a little bit. There we go. And so is hooked into Highway 1 table, the demo field, Python 3 by default. Just to review, we have Arcade and SQL as other options, but we don't have VB script and JavaScript like we do in the field expressions. So one thing is my demo field is going to be equal to what? Me combining a bunch of these fields or calling a function if I want to do something more complicated. And so I will actually call a function. I'll call my war function, and I'm going to send in the name. I click back in here, followed by the begin post, followed by the end post. I was going to get that parentheses on the end. There we go. And I'm going to go down and actually fill in the code block. Slide this down so I have my toolbar and all that stuff. So I need to define a Python function, so def for defining a function, war, and my parameters are name, begin post, and post. One thing is that the data types are respected, whereas the label expression converts everything to text, and then if I need to convert, then I need lines to convert back to numbers. I got to add those in. But luckily, begin post and end post are of type float in the table. So they will be numbers coming in, so I can start using them right away. I'm going to have a variable called diff, which is a difference between, I'm going to take the absolute difference between begin post and the end post. I want to have a label, and that's going to be equal to an F string, and I'll fill that in shortly, and I want to return that label. So the F string I want is going to start with the name of the highway. Name is so many miles long. And one thing, we'll just try to verify this. It seems like it's okay. I'm going to run it, see what happens, and we'll take a look. Now I got too many, it's a lot of decimal places, so I'm going to tweak my expression there. If I can get this back. And because that is a number with decimal places, I can add some format specifying .2 decimal places for a float. That's how that works. And then I'll run it again. And there. And we can see it's labeling there. It's remembered that on a previous run I had turned labeling on and set it to the demo field. That's not always automatic. So I did that under labeling's on, label properties. It remembered I had set this to a demo field earlier. So I still have to use a label expression to pull it out, but because the length of this road is not going to be changing anytime soon, I don't really need to have a dynamic solution to this, unless certain long roads I wanted to have the label change colors or something like that. But this concludes this demo.